Did you know that carbs are making you fat? Apparently that's the latest. If you are eating loads of carbs, that's the reason. You're maybe holding onto your belly, you're a little bit overweight, or maybe you can't shift the weight that you've been trying to lose for ages. It's because of all those carbs you're eating. If you didn't know that, you really want to tune into this video, because I'm going to clear this shit up and just let you know for a fact that it's not carbs' fault, so stop blaming them. They're actually pretty good. They're pretty amazing for you, and quite frankly, I've got abs, I like carbs, I'm okay with life. Okay, so let's dial this in. First and foremost, people need to get over the idea that carbs are the reason that you are not losing weight, and that it's all carbs' fault that you are overweight in the first place. Yes, overeating will make you fatter. Through time, overeating will make you gain weight, and overeating will affect you in the long run. However, it's not purely down to the carbs, alright? It's not the carbs' fault that you have gained weight. It's the fact that you've ate too much food. In general, doesn't matter. If you're putting more food in your body than your body needs, you're gonna gain weight. It's full stop, end of sentence, boom. So, in order to lose weight, you just got to reverse that. You got to eat less food than what your body needs in order to use the stores that are already there, start burning the fat, and to start cutting some weight. That's the baseline here. So, taking that into account, carbs have nothing to do with the fact that you're maybe not shifting some weight. It could quite easily be the fact that you've pulled all your carbs, so to compensate, you're eating a whack ton of eggs, avocado, salmon, massive portions of meat, excessive portions of nuts. These things are still super high in calories, therefore you're probably still having the same amount of daily calories that you were having before when you were eating basmati rice instead of avocado and nuts for lunch. You really need to think about what's in the food you're eating, and it's about getting that total number down. Okay? Now hopefully, listening to this video, that starts to make something in there go, okay, so it's not the carbs' fault. I just maybe need to look at my whole dinner plate and take a little bit from each area of my dinner plate away. And then the whole portion size has got smaller, therefore there's less calories going in your body. Now that doesn't mean you can now go have a treat or a snack because you've just cut your portion size, because there you're then putting more calories back in your body. You just got to stick to smaller portions consistently. And yeah, if you're up for tracking the numbers, track the numbers. It makes life a whole lot easier. You learn how to bulk out foods and have what looks like more food for actually less calories, and then you're on to an absolute winner. It makes my life a lot easier, and carbs are not the devil. Carbs are not the devil. Carbs are not making you fat. Carbs are life. Carbs are happiness. Carbs are so good, so stop giving them a bad rep, okay? I've heard 3 insane statements this week. 3. Already, it is Thursday, we're 4 days in, but 3 insane statements. The first being, I'm struggling to lose my belly, so I'm just going to cut all carbs out of my diet for the next couple of weeks to see what that does. No. That's going to lead to you, yes, possibly losing some weight, probably not losing too much body fat if you're only doing it for a couple of weeks, and crashing out at the end of it and going to town on all the carbs because you've developed that negative relationship and you've developed that psychological mindset that carbs are now bad for you. Carbs are not bad. I've just said it for a solid 2 minutes there. So cutting out all carbs from your diet is not going to help. Reducing the carb portions will help because that brings the total number of food calories down. Yes. And if you are seriously overweight or obese, as we call it, you may need to look at your insulin sensitivity, in which case you need to have a closer look at the types of carbs you're having and how you're going to reduce those numbers. But that's a whole other argument, and that's separate on this ship right now. The second statement I've heard this week: if you do your training session, you can have your berries. If you don't do your training session, you can't have your berries. Let's put this into context. It was in relation to someone who was having 100 grams of oats for pre-bed, and they were allowed 50 grams of berries if they trained with that 100 gram of oats. Mind blown. Mind blown. There's only about 14 calories in 50 grams of berries. 14 calories. The oats, on the other hand, it's probably about 392 in 100 gram of oats. I mean, this is off the top of my head. I've not had 100 gram of oats in a while. 392 is quite a specific number though, right? I think that's what it says on MyFitnessPal. Depends on the brand. Check it out. The point being, 300 plus 14. I mean, no. Like, that doesn't add up. Okay, you can have the 14 calories, the 50 grams of berries. Here's the better idea. Pull the portion of oats down. Half it. Come to 50 gram of oats rather than 100. Look at that. You've got 150 calories of oats, 14 grams of berries, still plenty of carbs, tasting your food, really satisfied, and you're probably going to lose more body fat in the long run because it's a smaller meal portion. The berries ain't the problem there. The oats, that's the problem. The last thing I've heard this week: you cannot eat white potato. White potato is making you fat. You got to switch it for rice. Hang on, what now? You can't eat potato, but you can eat rice. Have you ever looked at carbs? Have you ever looked at calories? Have you ever read basic nutrition information? Like, you can't have potatoes, but you can have white rice. No. We need to talk about portion size, and we need to look in at the quantity of food that person is eating. Because you know what? Say potatoes is their favourite food. Have the potatoes. Use all your daily carbs and potatoes. I don't care. Yeah, I really don't care right now. Not gonna lie. You just need to watch everything else that you're then eating for the rest of the day. You need to start taking control of these things. You need to start being responsible about these things and stop blaming the food. Stop blaming X, Y, and Z. Stop saying, I need to cut everything out of my diet and get so drastic and lose 20 pounds right now. It's not going to work, alright? You got to take a slow and steady approach. You got to be kind to food. It's not food's fault. You got to enjoy the food. Food makes us happy. Please. These bullshit things that I keep hearing, I appreciate they're maybe coming from a place out of context and a place where people are just not quite sure on what's going on. So come and talk to me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to give you the tools you need. I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you. And I'm here to crush those myths and busts and stupid stuff that you think you believe. Because once we can change your mindset in and around food and nutrition and training, things will start to shine. Things will start to be incredible. And I promise you, life will be sweet. So come on board. I'll speak to you soon.